What's up guys, so welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another toy unboxing. Let's go! Okay guys, so in this video we will be opening the Rebor 1/35 scale Ankylosaurus Magniventris Warpig Mountain version. So this is the third four-legged dinosaur that we will be unboxing here in the channel, which is, I think this is the last one on my stash. I just don't know if I still have four-legged dinosaurs on my stash left to be unboxed, but I think this is the last one. I'm not too familiar with the one that is still on my stash, and I'm pretty much excited with this one. This is one of my favorite dinosaur or four-legged dinosaur, which is somehow like an aggressive dinosaur on the movie Jurassic Park. This is the, what they call this one, Warpig, or this is somehow like the armored dinosaur, should I say, that is very popular in terms of movies, just like Jurassic Park. So without further ado, let's move on to the next camera and crack this open. Let's go! Okay, so let's start here first with the box. So as you can see, for the basic layout for this Rebor dinosaurs, we have here the illustration or the X-ray illustration of this Ankylosaurus Magniventris from Rebor 1/35 scale. This is called the Warpig Mountain version. So this is my first mountain version. I guess this is the only mountain version that I have on my stash. I just don't know. I'm not too familiar with the remaining dinosaurs on my stash. So at the back here, you'll see the catalog or the lineup which Rebor released on the 1/35 scale dinosaurs, as well as to the other scale dinosaur. We also have here the I guess these are the 1/4 scale, should I say, because these are smaller dinosaurs. And this dinosaur was released around 2018, so we are expecting that the tail for this dinosaur is separated with the main body, because of since they started 2017 releases, they have split the main body to the tail of their figures. Okay, so let's open this one and see. Okay, so I guess these are one or part of the things that I bought from Australia. I forgot the name of the store. I guess that was Mini Zoo Australia. I just forgot. Okay, so we also have another information sheet about this dinosaur, meaning to say these are accurate in terms of design to the data or information of this Ankylosaurus Magniventris. So again, if you are not too familiar with Rebor, if you will see a release that has this kind of design, it is not colored, it's somehow like an X-ray version of the dinosaur itself, it only means that these are accurate to the data for this specific dinosaur. So we have here the scaling as well onto this side here. So this is a little bit smaller, or not too tall, but these are pretty much aggressive, I guess. These are pretty much strong dinosaurs. And this was dinosaurs that live around 68 to 66 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period in the western North America. The type of specimen of Ankylosaurus Magniventris was uncovered in the Hell Creek Formation, Montana by the American Museum of Natural History expeditions led by paleontologist Barnum Brown in 1906. Okay, so these are a little bit recent compared to the Stegosaurus, because Stegosaurus was around 1800s or late 1800s. So let's move on to the figure itself. Okay, so I guessed it right. This dinosaur is separate in two parts. Okay, so we have the main body here. Okay, I pretty much like the size now. And we also have the separate tail for this figure. Yeah, before we head on to assembling this dinosaur, let's start with the tail details here. So the tail detail here, if you're familiar with Ankylosaurus, it has this tip of the tail, which is, I guess these are used for attacking as well their enemies. These are heavy. What I mean is these are the parts that are heavy damage when it's used to other dinosaurs. Okay, so you can see also vent holes for this tail. I guess these are always available if they are flexible. Okay, let's start it with flexing it out. Okay, so these are pretty much flexible, I guess. Okay, so you can put the tail like this, you can put it like that way. So basically, if you can see vents from this plastics, these are flexible flexible parts of the dinosaur itself. Okay, very nice. So let me just put it on this main body here. So these are snap fit, easy to assemble. All you have to do is push it, and maybe you can apply a little bit of pressure if it's still not there. I'm pretty much having a hard time pushing these tails on the body because these are sharp and hard. It hurts my hand when I'm holding it like this. Okay, let me see what's happening here. Maybe it's just too long, that's why I cannot fit it all in. Okay, I guess that's all. Okay, so this is one of the downside for this two-part figure because of seam lines are pretty much hard to what they mean is seam lines are very much hard to hide because of if you cannot fit the figure's part all the way in, it will really show up onto, but I guess these are just fine for me. I'm not too much onto the aesthetics for these dinosaurs. I really love to collect specific dinosaurs, and let's move on to these specific parts of this dinosaur's body. Okay, so starting with the tail again, the fins, should I say, or the thorns or the horns or spikes rather, are soft on the parts of the tail because I guess these are made flexible. That's why the parts here are flexible as well. And going to the main body here, you can see that these are pretty much hard. Okay, I really like how it was created. It's not that perfect, that's why it's pretty much accurate, should I say, onto the designs for these dinosaurs. It's not like the common dinosaur fins that are moving on upwards from the bottom or the tail going up. This one has different shapes, different height, and has different positioning onto the body itself, as you can see here. Okay, so it's not symmetric, I guess, onto all of the parts of this dinosaur's horn or spikes. I really like this dinosaur. This is the second one that I pretty much like or impressed in terms of the design. Okay, moving on to the head here. So these are, you can open the mouth of this dinosaur up to this one, but it's pretty much obvious that it's not supposed to be like that. I guess it should be somewhere like this, okay. I guess that's pretty much nice to look at. Not too much, but I guess this can go up to there. Nice. It doesn't have a locking mechanism. That's why I'm afraid if I'll push it throughout, maybe it can pop out or somehow like I'll be breaking this dinosaur's mouth, so I'll not be forcing it out since it should be looking like this with its open mouth. Okay, very nice. There are also details here. I just don't know if these are somehow like spikes that were broken, but I guess these are parts of this bone-like spikes on its body. So this is another four-legged dinosaur. I pretty much like how this weighs. It really resembles on how this dinosaur is very dangerous. These are called, or I just don't know if these are the one that is called the armored dinosaur. I'm pretty much confused to the Pokemon Sandslash, because I think Sandslash is somehow like related to this dinosaur, or somehow like it's not this dinosaur, but I guess it has the features of this dinosaur. It has spikes just like Sandslash. And though Sandslash is based on a porcupine, but I guess Sandshrew is somehow like a dinosaur to me. Sorry for the reference, doing Pokemon reference with these dinosaurs. I guess it's just that I am a 90s kid wherein I grow up watching dinosaurs, watching Pokemon, watching Power Rangers with dinosaur robots. So that's why I have those references on my mind. Okay, moving on to the details here on the legs. I think these are also spikes. It didn't grow too much, just like what they have on its back. But I guess these are also spikes growing onto its legs. Same goes with the other side and onto the sides of this body. What else? Nothing else. I guess these are just the same from the other side to this side. Going to the back here, I guess these are male, should I say? I just don't know how can you differentiate male and female for these dinosaurs. I just know it on the Rex because there are different structure in terms of the face or the facial structure of the Rex. So that's why you can differentiate the Rex if it's a male or a female, a doe or a buck. Okay, I guess are pretty much nice, and I really like how this dinosaur looks. I guess all of the dinosaur designs from Rebor has this gold, what they call this one, eyeball there inside. Very nice. I really like this dinosaur now. I hope they will release more of this. I guess there are more of this Ankylosaurus on the dinosaur designs. I just don't know what are the other one. I guess there's also one that is called an armored dinosaur. I just don't know if it's this Ankylosaurus, but I guess it's a family of the Ankylosaurus as well. So let's see if Rebor will design or somehow like release more of this Ankylosaurus. Moving on to the design here or the head here, I just found out that there's a seam line underneath or in the middle of these legs, or I mean from the head going to the neck here. But I tried to move it a little. It doesn't move, meaning to say there's nothing there. Maybe they molded this dinosaur differently. I mean in parts, going from the tail, the main body, and the head, and just combined it with the neck and make it somehow like permanent there, not removable. I cannot feel something moving there, so I will not be forcing it. Maybe I will be breaking it if I'll force the head to move from its neck. Okay, so I think that's all for this dinosaur. The only downside that I don't like here is this seam line. It's pretty much obvious here. I just don't know why is it like that. Maybe I need to trim a little bit from this side so that it can fit. I mean, it can go in properly and will stop on to the part wherein the seam lines will be somehow like not visible, or somehow like it's not that visible. Or maybe sooner or later I'll be gluing this to make it permanent. Maybe not now because I still don't have enough space on my cabinet, and I don't want this to be on my shelves without the other dinosaurs, so I'll be keeping this one first. So this will go back to its box or packaging. So maybe next time, if I have the chance, I might glue all of those dinosaurs that has two different parts, so that we can keep the seam line here, and we can also paint this one to cover up what we will be using for the glue, or somehow like super glue, or maybe I'll be using a putty to cover up all of these seam lines, just like what I'm doing for my gunpla before. Okay, so I guess that's all for this dinosaur. Okay guys, so there you go. So we're able to open the Ankylosaurus Magniventris mountain version, and I guess I really like the color for this one. It's somehow like accurate to the real dinosaur or real Ankylosaurus. I just don't know what are the other versions. Let me just check onto the box here. The other versions are it has the woodland and the plain version. I think I didn't choose the plain, though I usually use or chose plain versions, but I guess plain versions are too light for this dinosaur. I guess this mountain version is pretty much perfect, or the color scheme for this mountain version is pretty much perfect for this Ankylosaurus dinosaur. And I'm pretty much satisfied with this one. It's just that the off for this dinosaur is the seam line here. It's pretty much obvious. I guess I really need to push more of this tail to be inserted onto the main body so that it will somehow like keep or somehow like lessen the seam line. And I guess that's all for this video. So if you like the video, be sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the channel because we still have more of this one. And notify yourself every time we have a new upload. Power lamp, pataas. Bye-bye.